Memorial Stadium. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Headed outside, it's Smothers. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe some room here. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Crosses the 45. Makes the catch, and he's free. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
That is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Lacey. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Might be changing the route. The play action fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Throwing Manning. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Looking for space. It's Lacy. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. He might want another play. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Maybe a crease. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to
snags it, and there's running room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. To throw, Manning. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They're facing a third down. Manning from the gun on third down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
So 4th and a mile from here, but the offense will go for it. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll move the wide receiver. Shakes off the defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes a catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the ground, it's Lacy. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. RPO complete to open the drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got his man on the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Still on his feet at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Here's Manning to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Goes high to pull it in. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. The run inside. It smothers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Wide receiver going in motion. Manning on play action. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. Bringing the heat. And they got it.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
4th down, Manning. Oh, they're after him. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the run, it's Lacy. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got high.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening snap in this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. A spectacular one-hand grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the draw, it's Lacy. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Rebels will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They punted away on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. Manning. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Connor? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Keeps it on the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. There's a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Arch is going to throw for it. With the catch, it's Townsend. Runs through a man. He might have space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, take it. 28-29 Bills. 28-29 Bills.
Defense not showing press coverage. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, got the lead here in the second half.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Lacy. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll keep it on the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
They'll give it to Brown. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. On the run, it's Smothers. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. The corners are walked up tight. Run in the red zone. It's Smothers. Finding some room. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And Some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Here's Brown to begin the drive. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the middle. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Rebels want to move quickly. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Bulldozes his way through. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Here's the pressure. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It'll be 3rd and long. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one.
kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Running inside. It's Smothers. Got enough for the first. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
From the red zone, it's Smothers. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Quick release on the RPO. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Great to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame. He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Motion from the wideout. Here's Simmons to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And the Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Dogs! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on the extra point. Let's see what he can do with the return.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Simmons. Get it out. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, that's the 2nd fumble. That's day 1. Like, we go over this, cover each point of the football, tuck it away, don't reach it out from your body. So frustrating for a coach. You draw up all these scripts and all these plays, and the first thing you do the first 2 drives is cough the football up.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and he makes a catch.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing, understanding I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
14, Missouri, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive.
776 captain.
They go play action with Simmons. Buying some time. And down he goes back at the 3. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And he'll be brought down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And the extra point is good. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
On first down, Nate Frazier. Sweet cut there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Off the play fake on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
Now on second down. They've got him working run, but they're going to throw it. That pass is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Under fire. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Good timing on the quick out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king, too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he's in! Touchdown, Georgia! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Offense working from the pistol. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Simmons to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the middle. Working that left side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Simmons. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Another incompletion on third down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. Fourth down, Simmons. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the option, he keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Moving out to the right. There's some room. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Missouri wants to go fast. Throwing Simmons. Makes the catch. It's Hardy.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Fires to the tight end. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Hardy. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Simmons to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him outside. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Ready. Red 80. Ninja.
Simmons. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Finds his man. It's Humphries. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Makes the grab on the left. And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Finds his big tight end. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Love the job by the defense there. They weren't fooled. Second and short, they thought pass was a possibility. They got to the QB. Let's see if they can do it again here on third.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it down the left side. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
And this QB and wide receiver, like, they are in lockstep. They know exactly where they're going to be. QB really trusting his receiver to make plays, and if I'm him, I'm just going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Fires to the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The give. It's Frazier. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Frazier again. There's a little room there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Handoff for Frazier. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Simmons on the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route.
Move it.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Gets the back moving.
Magic.
Looking to throw at Simmons. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen.
Going to take a shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They'll move the tight end.
Icy. Stack.
Simmons to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. And it's a sack. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. great to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. It's the South